you guys may be wondering, what are we doing standing here at the beginning, or at least what looks to be the beginning, of house number 4 of the Drifter Challenge? So a few episodes ago, I believe it was 5 episodes ago, we started the Drifter Challenge house number 4. We had Hunter standing here on the front, ready to go to the restroom, very uncomfortable, and he is starting with 0 simoleons like normal, and I wanted to explain myself and tell you why. So over this last week or so, I have been putting up the new revamped rules. Anyone who has been watching my channel and has kept up on all of the Drifter news knows that I have finally solidified that we are going to have 24 individual houses for the Drifter Challenge itself. And I was revamping all of the rules to make them very nice, streamlined, and to be worth reading, to be honest. So I went through them, we did a little bit of changes, and I wanted to play this house with all the changes. I couldn't do it before because I didn't have everything solidified yet, and I also hadn't told everybody the rules, so I didn't want to be playing with these new rules and have people going, wait a minute, you can't do that, that's not fair, what's going on, Vi? So I waited. Well, those new rules are out, only a few sim days had passed, and I figured, you know, it's okay, let's just rewind and pretend that never happened.
Let's do it again, hey, I need it again, whoa, one more round, 'cause it's my thing, nothing, I do it again, let's do it again, hey, I need it again, whoa, one more round, 'cause it's my thing, nothing, I do it again, hey, one more round.
We're gonna restart house number 4. So Hunter is here in front of you, he has 0 simoleons. He has literally just started. I did take the time to do this right here, so we do have our shell of a home, because that's something that I had already worked on. It is not worth anything, folks, so it's identical to what it was before, but as you can see, we do not have our shower, toilet, or anything else because we are starting on day number 1. I'm gonna go here and I'm going to check really quick my game options to make sure that we have autonomy set to full. Let's see, where is that one? Under gameplay? It is full and our lifespan is normal. I just wanted to check. I have been playing other games offline recently and I wanted to make sure that all of my settings are correct. Also, we do have something going on now. For the next 29 days and 13 hours, we have the Day of the Dead challenge going on. This is a limited time challenge that the Sims 4 team has put out for us we are in October, so this is kind of like the Halloween challenge. The Day of the Dead challenge, it ends and it tells you, this household has collected 0 of 9 sugar skulls, of course, because I have not played Hunter here. So to participate, use your Sim's cell phone, select the social tab, and then call Jasmine Holiday. When Jasmine arrives, speak with her to learn about the Day of the Dead festivities that are taking place. In my offline game, I have only called her out and learned about how to get these sugar skulls. I haven't done anything else with it, folks, so this is going to be all new for me. I wanted to show you a couple things that have changed, other than obviously his starting over, and we have this lot. I wanted to go up into Manage Worlds, and I wanted to show you some stuff, guys. So there are many ways for you to go about modifying your town or, quote, fixing it from its current status if you have been playing the Drifter Challenge for a while now. Things have changed just slightly. We now have different rules and regulations going on as far as housing, properties, etc. So I wanted to start with basically it's a vanilla game that I used. I went ahead and deleted everything, and I wanted to show you everything that I changed. So unfortunately for me, we had some family ties because this is my house number 4, and I had been using the same save, so house 1, house 2, and house 3. They did have history there, and the history is no longer there. I had certain characters in my game, and they're no longer here because when I went into vanilla, it changed it. What we have right now that I have moved in, this is the random sim challenge that I had done. The redhead girl on the right was that sim. There's a couple other sims that I have created for other people's games in the past, and I just kind of made them a family, and I plunked them down here into house number 2's slot. But otherwise, when you play house number 4, this is what your Willow Creek map should look like. We're gonna pop over here to Oasis Springs because I wanted to show you what changed in Oasis Springs. So in Oasis Springs, we had 2 houses that we played. We had our house 3, which is the one we just left. Now, it has these Brennans left in the household. There are 2 brothers, Axel, which was my founder here in this house, and his wife, Maribel. So when I moved everybody into my vanilla game, it kind of severed ties with everybody, so my family tree was not intact. So what I ended up doing is I put Hunter into this family, I took them into Cass, and then I modified to make sure that their relationship was the same. So whereas nobody else in the family tree line can be seen, at least he has family ties to his direct family from his mother, father, and his 2 brothers from last house. So I have put them back in this house where they belong. We have house number 1, and I also moved in some Sims. So we have a pair of people that are a couple, they are Sim selves of people, and then there's 3 additional random Sims from other people that have been created. I found that I had quite a bit of creations and stuff in my library and thought it was high time that I was going to use them. So they have been moved in and populated there. And I just realized that I didn't do something, and this is what's very important. So right here, this is the Futures Past lot, and I am supposed to have a restaurant here because from house 1 all the way through the challenge, you guys have access to a restaurant now. So we're gonna go in here, and I'm actually gonna put that down because I cannot believe that I forgot to give us a restaurant, guys. So we're gonna go into my library. I'm gonna use a Maxis one and just kind of plonk it down. Which one should I do? Villa Bovine or Cheslama? Cheslama's super pretty. So I'm actually going to pick this one. We're going to go ahead and place the lot. It goes right here. It does say Villa Bovine because apparently I had that there at one point in time. We are going to go confirm, and it's going to furnish this. We're going to put that down. So once again, that is the Futures Past lot. You're going to want to make sure that you put a restaurant right there because you have access to purchase, manage, and to visit as long as you have that 1,000 simoleons as cash on hand. You don't have to spend it, you just have to have it in your household funds. So as soon as it finished building, come on game, sometimes it takes a long time. But here we go. This is what your Oasis Springs should look like. I believe we are also missing the park. I am such a winner today. Did you know that? We gotta put the park back in, guys. How did this happen? How did I miss 2 things? So we needed to put the Desert Bloom Park back in. I had built a park and I'm actually not going to use it right now. I had the Jackrabbit Park and Information Center that I created when, I think it was literally when pools had just come out, so it was brand spanking new. And I made this park, and it's okay, and you guys are welcome to use it if you like, but I have been dying to give it a revamp. So in the future, I am going to be making a new park and replacing it. So in the meantime, I think we're just going to use the Maxis created park of Desert Bloom and just leave it there. So now, this is what your Oasis Springs should look like if you are also on to house number 4, like I am. So that's what this looks like. We're gonna move on to Windenburg because I kind of want to go through everything in this episode. I'm gonna see here. This is what Windenburg should look like. This is completely different from in the past. Folks, Windenburg is 100% intact. None of the lots have been bulldozed. None of the residents have been evicted or deleted. Everything's here. I took the time to move in some people because you have the option to move in whoever you want into any of these homes. So I moved in 3 random Sims. I believe they are all created by other of my friends, actually, for my Drifter Challenge. And I have never put them in my Drifter Challenge save because it hasn't really been an option for me to really populate. I never really wanted to do it. But I figured I might as well go for Gusto. So those were created by someone else. I left this lot blank, but if you choose to, you can populate and build a residential on it as well. The same can be said for this particular lot right here. You can populate and you can build a residential lot should you choose to do so. This is a lot that I actually did, my first collab build, and this is a build that I made with Simproved actually, and I thought I would love to put it into my game and use it, so I have placed it here. As you can see, it says the besties live here. We have Less Than Zero, we have Vaihisha and my homie. We are all slated as single Sims, so if anybody wants to snag any of us, you can get this copy with the besties in it. If you click the link for the file that Less Than Zero had cleared out for us, we are in there, updated versions of us. So that is there. Then I also took the time to move in 2 random Sims here. These are just Sim cells from other people. and I just went ahead and put them in here. No, I do not know who the sim selves are. I had just, like I said, I found them in my library of stuff that I had been downloading in the past, and thought I could use them. So aside from this possibly having a residential lot built and have it populated with Sims, folks, this is what your Windenburg should look like. Now I'm going to move on to Magnolia Promenade because I might as well show you absolutely everything. So here's Magnolia Promenade. As you can see, absolutely nothing has changed here. We have an open lot right here, and we have these 3 retail lots that were here stock. If you choose to, you can purchase and manage any of these lots. You can buy the empty lot and build up a retail lot if you choose to do so, which is also something that was kind of off limits in the past. So now we have that as an option. So that's what Magnolia Promenade should look like. We're going to move right into Newcrest. And in Newcrest, as you all know, it is a completely blank world. There's no community lots. There's no residential lots. It was 100% blank. We had done a couple of the drifter homes here, and they have since moved to Oasis Springs and to Willow Creek as locations of where they start and where you play them and where they are placed. So I have taken the time, and these creations all but, let's see, I have built this top one up here, this one right here, and this one right here. Aside from that, all of these creations are done by other people. This one up here, I have the Dixons. There is a sim on the left that was created for somebody else's Let's Play. I have the middle sim is a sim I created as my first and only so far cast collab. And the last sim is the latest celebrity cast that I have put together, so I put them in my world. This house right here, actually both of these houses side by side, were created in random either offline games or playtesting of the Drifter Challenge House 1. So here is another one. This house was actually favorited by Maxis. Thank you for that, by the way. And we have the Fosters. It's a couple and a baby. They are just random sims that I had downloaded at some point in time. We have Velana, which is a couple and 2 babies that have moved into this gorgeous home that I did not make, and I didn't make the sims either, just so you know. The same can be said for the Fox household. They're just all single sims right there. There's ladies and gentlemen. This house I did build myself. This is, I think it's called Stone Ridge Place, I think is what I called it. It may be hard to see them, but the 2 sims that are kind of blurred in the background, the adults, those are from an offline game. The small girl in blue on the bottom left is one of the kids from my 100 Baby Challenge, which unfortunately no longer exists. And the other sims are just random sims that I downloaded. Over here I have 2 lots that are looking like they're identical here from this view, because folks, they are identical. Somebody had created these apartments, and they are apartments, 8 single apartment spots. 8 single beds. So in these, I have put in 8 single sims. So some of these are sim selves, some of them are just adorable sims that I found. So if you see any of your creations, they very well could be here, folks. So we have 2 apartments full, and both of them have both aliens, males, females, you name it, lots of different diversity. I tried to get, older sims, younger sims, sims of, I don't know, just different ethnicities, just to kind of shake it up a bit. So those are there. I've got this one right here, the Newbie Broke family. We have a couple and their child. This one is Ma Family, and this is somebody's SimSelf family that I downloaded. I thought they were super cute. It's a husband and wife, a teen daughter, and 3 small children. So I tried to populate with a lot of children. I did populate with 1 elder sim, but my game tends to generate elder sims, so I kind of stayed away from that a little bit. So right here we have the Blackwood home. This home, I did not build it, of course, again, like I said. And these are all brothers in this household. There are 3 guys. We have 2 more lots. We have this one of cute sims. All of these sims are related, if I'm not mistaken, and they're just adorable. And then we have this one where it is a couple and their triplet babies. So I tried to get a lot of children and babies in here, and a lot of single sims for other sims in my town to either, get together with, or for Hunter to find. So when you build up Newcrest, you have the option to populate, and you have the option to build any and every spot into a residential home of your choosing. So I have left 3 spots open. They're kind of strange. They're not your standard cookie cutter sizes. In here we have a 40 by 20, we have a 30 by 30, and we have a 50 by 40. And I think those lot sizes might be found in Newcrest, or I mean in Windenburg, but they don't exist anywhere else in the game that we have with Oasis Springs and with Willow Creek. So I kind of left those blank as spots where we can just move in Sims and I can merge them with other houses and, you know, that kind of stuff. But anyhow, I want to go one more place because I want to show you that I also took the time to put new destinations down in Granite Falls, which is also something that you can choose to do if you want to. It is not recommended, and it isn't recommended. It's whatever you want to do. If you want to replace these lots and rebuild them, by all means go ahead. I did not build any of these. These are all creations, wonderful creations from the gallery that I found. So if anything, this just made going on a camping trip more difficult for me. If you remember your campground spot, I believe it was $113 a night. It is now $234 a night for me to stay. And the same can be said for these. The prices are considerably higher, but the prices are considerably, or the lots are considerably more beautiful. So yeah, there's these right here that you can do. So you can redo all these and you can redo your national park should you choose to. This one I left stock and standard, but these are all wonderful creations from other people. But anyways, I have jibber-jabbered on way too long, folks. And so I want to jump right in here back to playing for the second time, the Drifter Challenge House Number 4. Alright, today's question is from Christina. She asks, what's your favorite sim you've ever created? Well, let's see. My favorite sim and my favorite sim created are two different things, but I'm not exactly sure which one you wanted me to answer. So I'm going to answer both of them. So my favorite sim ever, as many of you guys know, is Nyla Brennan. She was one of the triplets born in my Let's Play of the Drifter Challenge, House Number 1. She was one of the triplets. She also became the heir that took us into House 2, and we also saw her a little bit in House 3 as well. My favorite sim ever, absolutely hands down. I have played Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, and of course I'm playing Sims 4. I've played all of them. Hands down, Nyla is my favorite sim I have ever played. Now, I couldn't really say that I created her necessarily because I created the founder and I did create the other one. It was their child, so I don't know if that really counts as a creation or not. If it does, Nyla would still hold that position as my favorite ever created sim. If it doesn't count, I wanted to clarify and give you another one. So ever created, I normally just kind of make random sims, or I have done some celebrity sims, but that's kind of the extent of it. I think my most favorite sim, funnily enough, is when I created my sim self. I don't know how many of you guys have tried to create your sim self. It's not the easiest thing in the world. But anyways, that one is probably my favorite created sim. If you want to see what she looks like, I will leave links in the description down below where you can snag her for your game if you want to. I also have her featured in, well, it's as by Hisha, actually. I have her featured in my Island Challenge Let's Play here on my channel as well. So if you want to check her out there, go for it. But anyways, those are my one created sims, however you want to say it. One I didn't actually create, but she was my absolute hands down favorite. And the second is my favorite actually crafted and created by myself, my sim self. Hope that answered your question. Thanks for asking.
Woo!